What's good, boys? So I actually recently just scaled an agency from zero. This guy was literally working a 9 to fucking 5 to around 20K per month in around 30 days. 30 days. It was actually a little less. I think it was around like 24, 25 days. And the craziest part is that this guy didn't even have that much experience with the systems that I was using whatsoever beforehand. So yeah, most agency owners think that, it's possibly going to take them to, 3 years to actually land maybe 20, 30 clients, when sometimes it can only take 2 to 3 months. But yeah, there's a new way that you can actually scale your agency very fucking quickly. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the step-by-step guide on how I actually got my boy Max from 0 to 20K in around like 2.5 weeks time. So let's fucking get it. Now, I know I'm talking about Max, and I've already made a video about this guy as well because he is such a fucking G, but this also isn't just, a thing that's happened with one guy. This also has happened with Jacob, Senya, Diogo, and also RB as well, who actually was at 10K per month and then scaled up to 50 in around 35 days, which is fucking nuts. So yeah, the first thing that these guys did, which did actually very fucking well, was setting up a paid ads to just attract these fucking businesses. Now, when we are running paid ads, it's fairly simple. I know I have another video on how I've actually done service delivery for, my actual detailing clients. And it's the same exact structure when it comes down to the campaign setup, where it's a little different because we're actually doing a CBO where the budget of the campaign is actually adjusted in the campaign settings rather than the ad set settings. That is the main difference between the two. If you guys go and watch my service delivery video for car detailers, which is on this channel, you will see that it is an ABL and that the ads are actually, the budget is actually changed at the ad set level. It's slightly different with my agency ads. It's just at the campaign level. Along with that, you need to have a really fucking nasty offer. So mine was that I would give them a full refund plus $1,500 if I did not get them 15 ceramic coatings within a 90-day period. Now, my offer was a little bit different on the sales call, but if you're a car detailer and you're thinking, wow, it's either I make 15 grand or I get a full refund plus $1,500 out of this guy's pocket, that seems like a pretty fucking good deal for me. So yeah. Now, the source that these ads were running to wasn't just, immediately to a landing page. It was actually a lead form, which then redirected to a landing page, right? And let's just say they submitted the lead form and they didn't actually go to the landing page. My setters would be actually notified with this lead that just came in, and they would just call up this person and book them in because they're not fully booked in. They got 50% of the way there. And then obviously, best case scenario, someone submits themselves as a lead on the lead form, clicks claim your area now at the end of the lead form, goes to the landing page, books in a call for the landing page, sees the backend VSL right then and there, and then they're fully in funnel. But the biggest thing is you need to have some sort of capital when starting these ads. Jacob, Senya, Diogo, they didn't start ads. Max Hastings did actually get his ads off the ground after a little bit of time of us working together, but RB did it fairly fucking quickly. I'd say immediately. But you do need some capital to actually run ads. It's not like you can run agency ads with a $10 to $20 a day budget. You need bare minimum $100 a day to actually get through that fucking first testing phase. And also so you guys can get the data back fairly quickly as well. So you can actually get through the learning phase as quick as possible and, get the data back to you fairly quickly. So the second step that these guys did was instant follow-up, right? So let's just say from the other acquisition method that we're using, every single time they get an appointment booked in, or let's just say from paid ads, every single time they actually got an appointment booked in, most people don't really call them up that quickly, maybe 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later. If you call up your leads within 1 to 2 minutes, you will book them in. You will fucking book them in, no matter what. So these guys were calling their fucking leads within a minute or two of them actually being booked in, or of the lead actually just coming in immediately. Every single time they get a positive reply, call them up within a minute. If you can call up your leads within 60 seconds, you will literally print. So yeah, that's one of the biggest things that all of my guys are doing. That's one of the biggest things that I'm still doing, Marco's still doing, Zeke is still doing, is just making sure that if you can get to a lead within 60 seconds, you're going to be set. So yeah. Because the goal is speed here. Because speed in business translates to literally everything. You obviously want to get your clients' ad accounts up and going fairly quickly. You want to get to the lead, fairly fucking quickly. You want to get on the sales call fairly fucking quickly since you booked the appointment, like since the actual time of you booking the appointment. Everything needs to be going quick. So you need to be getting to these people fairly fucking quickly and trying to book them in same day as well. I believe I talked about this on another video, but always go for same day bookings. So yeah, that's another thing that every single person is also implemented here as well. Now, the third thing that everyone that I'm working with, including me, is doing is not being a fucking pussy and charging low ticket, alright? So many of the guys that I'm working with right now used to charge a couple $100 per person that they'd sign on. You need to be charging high 4 figures, possibly 5, like genuinely. And if you don't think you're in the position to charge someone 6 grand, 7 grand, 8 grand, that's just a belief that's holding you back. Genuinely. You can charge whatever the fuck you want, however much you want. It just depends on 1, the confidence and conviction you have on the call, 2, the offer you obviously have, and then 3, the social proof that you can show them on the call as well. If all 3 of these things are fucking just doted, then you're gonna be chilling. Literally, it's fairly simple. If you have authority there, if you have social proof there, if you have a lot of fucking confidence in your sales process and in your service, and you can present that to them on the call, then you can close someone for 8 grand, 7 grand. There are guys in my program who have been closing for now like 6K, 4K, 5K, and they're like, holy shit, I never thought I could close at these numbers. Even guys who are closing at 3K now. You used to charge like $400 a month or $500 for a 90-day period. They're like, holy shit, like I just did that. I'm like, yeah, you did. And you could have done it the whole time. It's just a mindset shift. It's just a belief. Some people don't think they're worth a couple $1,000s, you know? And that's why they only charge a couple $100. You are worth what you set yourself to be worth. All right? You could be worth 20 grand. You could be worth 30 grand. You could be worth 40 grand if you wanted to. I know guys, not in the SMMA space, but even in the coaching space, they charge 30K, 40K per person. And it's ridiculous. Most of their guys, like most of their fucking, you know, communities and most of their programs are fucking terrible too. And they're able to charge this much. So why can't you? Why can't you charge a measly 5 grand, 4 grand? There are people out here charging 40, 50K. It's insane. So you guys can easily charge 3 to 4K. And that's what I'm going to tell every single person that's watching this. You are fucking capable of doing this. You can do this. The only thing that's holding you back from charging this amount is possibly just a little bit of confidence. So just say it, mean it, do it, and you'll be good. You also need to not be labeling yourself as a marketing agency. Every single person I'm working with right now is labeling themselves as almost like a growth partner, right? Or using a new acquisition system. Right? Not Facebook ads, not lead generation, not a marketing agency, you know? They're not using these tacky keywords that have kind of been ingrained and burned into most local-based businesses' minds, you know what I mean? It's like, you need to kind of differentiate yourself in the market. Like, that's why, you know, if you guys look at my sales calls, if you guys look at my cold calls when I was cold calling, like I even tell my appointment setters to do this as well. Stand out, talk shit on the call, make these motherfuckers laugh. Like most of you guys have sticks up your asses and are trying to be very professional in a market that isn't professional. Like, do you think landscapers give a single fuck if you say, you know, a cuss word on a fucking sales call? No, they don't care. Thing with car retailers, roofers genuinely do not care. I watched Marco fucking say some pretty crazy shit on a sales call and then close. Yeah, differentiate yourself a little bit. You know, you're a growth partner, you're not a marketing agency, cuss a little, make these guys laugh. Like, you guys are kind of viewing this in too much of a professional and a corporate way. And it's like, have a little fun with it. Genuinely, like, loosen up a little. Most of these marketing agency guys are straight fucking faggots and have sticks up their asses. Like, look at everybody else in the industry. Look at every other SMMA coach in the industry. Fucking losers. Half these guys wear the same fucking clothes every goddamn day. Besides that, it's fairly simple. You need to be different. You need to charge high fucking ticket. You need to get to these guys fairly fucking quickly. And if you have the capital, run paid ads immediately. But only do it if your offer is so fucking cracked, it's like they have Down syndrome if they don't say yes, like genuinely. Now, when it comes down to possibly scaling past 10K per month, the biggest thing is going to be delegation, but most of you guys have it completely wrong. So this is kind of how you should be hiring. You need to, 1, hire appointment setters first, all right? You don't want to immediately right off the rip hire a media buyer. That's like retarded, right? Appointment setters come first because what do we need to focus on first? Appointments, right? then show up rate, then sales, then service delivery, right? So how is the order going to go? Hire appointment setters first, right? Make sure the appointment setters can take care of the show up rate process partially. Obviously, you're going to have softwares that are going to help you with that as well. Then sales. Now, you don't want to hire a closer even after you fucking, hire a bunch of appointment setters. You can take 20 calls a day if you really wanted to. You can. It's all up to you, right? So after the appointment setters are all in, and you're getting a fuck ton of appointments, let's just say you're getting so many fucking appointments you can't hit the bathroom. After that, you want to stack up so many fucking clients. I'd say like around 20, 25 clients is when you should actually start looking for a media buyer, which doesn't need to be that complicated either. And you don't even need to pay that much for a media buyer. Some of these guys are going to try to take half your revenue, charge you $2,500 a month. Like my guys are pretty cheap. I'm not going to say the exact amount, but pretty fucking cheap for the work they do. It's fucking amazing as well. So yeah, it's basically appointment setters, media buyer. After you have 20 clients, don't start looking for one if you have 4 or 5 clients, right? And then let's just say you possibly don't want to keep killing yourself with the workload, then go and look for a commission-based closer, right? But it's you guys have it backwards. Most of you guys are trying to outsource service delivery immediately when you should not be doing that whatsoever. The first and most important thing all of you guys need to be actually just focusing your mental real estate on, like the biggest problem that most of you guys are dealing with currently is just appointments. And if you can focus all of your mind on solving that one issue, the rest will kind of just fall into place. Just trust me. It's just how it goes. And then finally, something that I'm actually building out with all the guys that I'm working with currently, and that they're actually starting to get wins from as well, is a nice ass referral program. Because when it comes down to working with me, it's like I try to, obviously solve appointments first. That's the biggest thing. But obviously we want, fulfillment solved as well. Like I wouldn't want someone to work with me, get a bunch of fucking clients and then get a bunch of disputes and refunds. Like you obviously got to get these guys good results, right? After they get good results for, client, implement a fucking referral program. Everyone out here, implement a fucking referral program if you already have really good results, right? It could be as simple as, this is what I actually do, 1 free month of service per person they refer, right? And on top of that, $500 commission or 1K commission, depending on how much you charge, right? I charge now around $6,000. If you charge 3K, don't do that. That's like way too good of a fucking offer, and you're taking the fucking shit end of the stick on that. But kind of just find something that kind of feels a little fair for the both of you guys, and then just do it. Tell all your clients about it. Kind of push it down their throats a little bit, because as long as you're getting them good results, they're going to want to refer people. They're going to be nice, and they're going to fucking help you out. So yeah, basically these are all kind of the tips and tricks that my guys are kind of using right now to kind of scale themselves up. And look, if you do want help scaling your agency, and you're not some fucking faggot who tiptoes around making decisions, shoot me a DM on Instagram, all right? We literally guarantee that you have to make 20 grand with us within 90 days, or I have to give you 100% of your money back. And on top of that, shoot you 5 grand cash. And a lot of people wouldn't have the confidence to say something like that, but I do, because I've done it for multiple other fucking people. And it's kind of impossible not to hit that number with working with me, because 1, we have 6 calls a week. 2, you're working with real agency owners, not just me, but Marco and Zeke as well. And 3, we get on your fucking ass if you don't join up to these 6 calls a week. If you leave me on red for more than a week, I will personally fucking start calling you. So yeah, boys, remember, if you don't also believe me, if you think I'm just some fucking faggot guru online spreading bullshit, text my goddamn clients. They will all vouch. And besides that, also, if you want to shoot me a DM, you can, or if you want to schedule a call, you can go for it as well. It's in the description. But besides that, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.